All right, I got to do an extra book talk today because I just finished this book, and guys, I love it so much. I'm so excited about it. I just have to share it with you guys right away. So, over the summer, my son's librarian, who happens to be a friend and a former coworker, lent me a handful of books to explore. And one of the books that she lent me to explore was her own. A couple of them came from her library, but two of them were her own. And this one is called One Last Word by Nikki Grimes. So this is Wisdom from the Harlem Renaissance, it says up here. This is a really unique poetry book because Nikki Grimes participates in a very specific type of poetry that I'd never heard of before, and it's called the Golden Shovel. Now, the idea behind that is you take a poem or a line from a poem and you line up the words from it along the right edge of the paper, and then you write your poem around those words. So for this book, she takes a poem from the Harlem Renaissance. So there's a Langston Hughes poem, or there's a poem by, she uses poetry by Jean Toomer, by County Cullen, by Georgia Douglas Johnson, by Paul Laurence Dunbar. So she'll take that poem, she lines up the words on the right, and then she writes her own poems. And man, this book, poem after poem, bringing me near tears. I'm just going to share, and you can look up some of these poems. She'll read some of these poems, even on YouTube. You can find her reading. But this poem, The Sculptor. No accident of birth or race or place determines the scope of hope or dreams I have a right to. I inventory my head and heart to weigh and measure what talents I might use to make my own tomorrow. It all depends on the grit at my disposal. My father says hard work is the clay dreams are molded from. Yes, molded. Dreams do not come. They are carved, muscled into something solid, something true. I love that. And there's so many good poems. And then there's also this just breathtaking art inside the pages. A lot of the poetry deals with race, deals with the both beauty and the challenges of carrying skin that is not white. But overall, I loved every ounce of this book. I definitely am going to have to get my own copy. If you can find a copy of One Last Word by Nikki Grimes, then you should pick it up.